Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am so sorry if I look horrible. I am so tired today. I just went to go get a haircut, but I'm back home. And I have good news for you guys. I have my Spanish citizenship. Okay guys, so yeah, I got my Spanish citizenship, but this video is late and long overdue because I actually got my citizenship. I think it was approved back in March. So it was a couple months ago. However, I didn't have my Spanish ID card or my passport, but I have it now. um, I'm just taking a deep breath because this was a long, drawn out process. It was not the actual, well, yeah, getting approved was horrible, but also getting the passport was horrible. It was horrible. So I did a video talking about citizenship before. So I'll just explain how this works. So there are multiple ways to get citizenship. Actually, okay, there's not. There's multiple ways to speed up the process. Because if you are married, you get citizenship. If you have a Spanish parent or grandparent, you get citizenship. It's all through residency. It's not through marriage. It's not through descent like what we believe, because it used to be, but now it's not. So, for example, I had two ways to get citizenship. One through marriage, because I'm married to a Spaniard, or through my grandmother, because my grandmother was Spanish, so I'm a descendant of a Spaniard. So these two processes are nearly identical. The waiting time for both is 1 year as a legal resident. So you wait, you come here, you're a resident. After 1 year, you can apply for citizenship. But when you apply, it will be through residency, not through marriage or through your grandparent or whatever. Now, of course, if you have a parent that's a Spanish citizen, then you don't have to wait. So that would be going through your descent or something like that, because there's no residency time frame. So if you are from a Latin American country that was colonized by Spain, not all of them, there's a few, or the Philippines, for example, the waiting time is 2 years as a resident. If you are not part of, if you have no connection to Spain, let's say you're not married, you don't have any Spanish ancestry, you don't come from a former colonized Spanish country, then the residency time is 10 years. So you would live in Spain as a resident for 10 years, and then after that, you can apply for citizenship. So some people have asked me if they have to apply for citizenship, and no, you do not. You can just stay a resident. You don't have to, become a citizen. The only difference basically is that you can't vote. You can't vote, and you don't have the benefits that a citizen does to easily live in other European countries, because the European Union has like a open border policy. Like, it's easy for you to travel as a resident, but to live, it may be a little bit more complicated. Yeah, that's basically it. If you do become a citizen, this is very important that you know this, because there have been surprises. I was surprised at first. If you're American, we have only one last name, right? In Spain, they have two last names. They take one name from their mother and one name from their father. If you get married, you do not take your spouse's last name. You keep the last name that you were born with. So, in my case, if you're a resident, this does not apply to you. Like, you keep your last name. So what happened to me was that they explained this to me, and I said, okay, right. When they approved my citizenship, I had to do the swearing in, like I am loyal to the Spanish king, to the Spanish king. Sorry about that. To the Spanish king and all that stuff. Then they give you a Spanish birth certificate. Okay. Well, what happened was I don't have the same last name as my father, but the civil registry put my new last name as the last name that I had and my mother's last name. So after you get your birth certificate, you have to take it to the police station. They'll take your fingerprints and then they will give you a Spanish ID card and you can get a passport. You have to pay for both. The ID card was 12 euros and then the passport was 30 euros. There's no waiting period for the passport. You get it right there on the spot. They have the machine there and then they print it out for you and that's it. So there's no waiting like in the US. But there was a problem. They looked at my birth certificate and they said, no. Your last name has to be the exact same last name as your father's. So they said you have to go back to the civil registry and have them fix this. They were like, well, since you live here in Valencia, you can go to the civil registry in Valencia, because I did the process in Fuerteventura when I was living there. So I went to the civil registry here in Valencia and they were like, well, we need your father's birth certificate and it has to be translated into Spanish and it has to be legalized with that apostle seal from the US. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, well, do you need my birth certificate? Because his name is on my birth certificate. They're like, no, we need his birth certificate. So good thing I have friends that work in the civil registry in Fuerteventura. So I told them what was going on. They corrected it and they mailed it to me, the new birth certificate. They were like, don't even worry about it. Don't stress about it. We'll fix the birth certificate and we'll send it to you in the mail. So I got it in the mail. Then I went to the police station and yeah, they gave me the passport, the ID card. So now I have two last names. Yeah, my mother and my father. So I'm trying to get used to that, and also they don't do middle names either. So because I have a middle name and they would constantly ask me, is this your part of your first name? And I say, no. My first name is Kai. Like that's it. Well, in Spain, no. In Spain, they combine your first name and your middle name as one name. So basically I have two first names and two last names. So for those of you that are thinking about getting citizenship and names are important, there have been people that didn't want to get citizenship because they didn't want to lose their last name or the name that that they had of their significant other. So this is something to keep in mind if you decide to become a citizen. Also, being a citizen, it's easier in a lot of cases, like for example, doing your taxes. Sometimes the tax agencies have trouble with our names because it's only one. So if you have two last names, it's easier for them to process everything without any issues. So, all right, so that is it. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. But if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section or Instagram me or email me. And yeah, I will do my best to answer. All right, so yeah, with that being said, I hope you have a good day and I will see you in my next video. Hasta luego. Ciao.